I'm Kate Thompson. I grew up in New Hampshire, and I'm an ACLU voter, which means that I vote for civil rights and civil liberties.
Yep.
What I wanted to ask you about is, I have a lot of friends who are undocumented, who have families that are undocumented, and I want to know what you're going to do to protect them and the 11 million undocumented people who are currently in the U.S.
Yeah. First of all, I think ultimately we need comprehensive immigration reform. But in the meantime, I believe that we need to move away from detention. I don't think that we should be detaining families who are seeking asylum or refugee status, and that we need to phase out family detention as much as we can. There are other ways that we can address that. Obviously, people are going to be processed when they're received into the country, right? But asylum is a legal right, and there are ways that we can address that with being more humane and compassionate than we have been, and still have effective border security. I also think that, you know, if there's a place for us to compromise immediately, it's still to try and get a Clean Dream Act. Although, frankly, you know, I don't hold out great hope that that's going to happen under this president, but I would like to see that happen. So we need to acknowledge the humanity, the common humanity of the 10 to 11 million people who are here already. And that if they have not committed a serious crime, then they should be able to earn a path to citizenship to stay here. I was mayor of a city of San Antonio that is just 4 hours from the border. And so, you know, I know the value of immigrants to our community. I also know the damage that you can do to communities, not just immigrants, but communities overall, if you scapegoat them, or if you try and crack down in certain ways. People are afraid to report crime, and so crime can go up in the community. Things like domestic violence may go unreported because folks don't want to report that, and so people live in fear and in misery. So we need a different way, and I'm committed to finding that different way.
Thank you.